Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Alice and in today's video I am going to share with you everything I bought for spring. These are all both very timeless but also quite trendy items at the moment, so I think they could be a good inspiration if I can say so myself. Also, I bought everything, with one exception, but I will specify which one it is, but everything else has been bought on Vinted. And this saved me a ton of money, even though these items were all in brand new perfect conditions. So I thought it could be fun. At the end of the video I will do a quick rundown of how much these items cost new versus how much I spent and how much I saved. We have these two shirts. They are basically the exact same shirt, it just changes the color. They are both Ralph Lauren. They are the slim fit, just because it works so much better if you have a petite frame compared to the classic fit. And they are the Oxford knit, which is it is a grainier and a slightly more stretchy cotton compared to the regular smooth cotton. It will depend on taste, but personally I prefer it. Now the pink one, I'm sorry for the wrinkles, but it's just out of the wash. This one is something that I was truly missing in my wardrobe. I absolutely love wearing pink, especially pale pink. I think it's just beautiful with browns in winter and amazing with like blues and whites in summer and spring. So it's really a color that I wear all year round. This blue one is actually a direct replacement of this one. Now this is an old shirt from H&M. This is pre-fast fashion boycotting. It has 7 years and I have to be honest, I was quite impressed by the quality. I mean, it's not even comparable with Ralph Lauren in terms of quality. That's so much better. But still, I mean, it did its job pretty well. The only reason why I stopped wearing it is that the fit is just not perfect. And since I start to have shirts that are really fitted perfectly for me in my wardrobe, I kind of get off it. I don't really wear it because of that. I don't like wearing it. So I decided that it was a good moment to replace this one with basically the same shirt but in a much better quality and in a much better fit for me. Next we have this blouse. Now a white silk shirt has been in my wish list for literally years. The reason why I haven't bought it before is, first of all, money. These things can be quite pricey, even second hands, if you want something that is in good quality and good condition. Second, I knew that I didn't want just the simple classic button down, and that's because I already have a white shirt that I wear really often, so I didn't want just the softer version. Basically would have been redundant. I wanted something that had a little bit extra, but I wasn't sure of what I wanted exactly. And then I found this one quite randomly, but I fell in love with it. I really love the fake scarf with it. I mean, I wear scarves all the time, so that was just, it fits my size so well, and it's a detail that is a lot more interesting than the classic pussy bow. I love the nods to the nautical style, again a style that I do absolutely love for spring and summer, and I love the color. They just, I mean, clearly they fit my color scheme perfectly, so I was so happy I found it. Also, this is originally from Lily Silk, which is a brand that has been pushed and promoted so much by influencers that I was really curious to try and see if it was really good as they say, or you know, just because they're paid to say so. Finally, before moving to accessory, we have this vintage Ralph Lauren vest, and yes, I do clearly have a thing for Ralph Lauren, but that's because I really love their style and their quality is just top notch. So it's a brand that I'm always very confident in investing in. I wanted a spring vest because I already have a tweed vest that I absolutely love to wear in autumn and winter. It is the classic items that I don't wear on a daily basis, but when I do, I absolutely love it. It makes everything so much interesting and refined in an instant. So I was really missing something similar for spring. This one is so much, obviously it's clearly spring and summer, not just for the color, but it's also cotton. I absolutely love the knit, I love the fit, I love everything. I think that probably the one thing that I love the most is the fact that the v-neck is not too deep, which means that I can wear it as a vest, but I can also wear it on its own as a top in summer. Next, I have the earrings that I am wearing. So I will put up pictures because otherwise it's very difficult to see. But I absolutely love these earrings. Again, something that I was looking for quite a while because I wanted a pair of more pendant earrings, but I didn't want a classic round hoop. That's because I already very clearly have a very classic style that very easily shifts into grandma territory. So I do like to have some accessories that are a little bit more on the modern side, that are more modern looking, like these earrings, to kind of break it a little bit, because otherwise I would really look like my grandma, which is not a problem. I loved my grandma and she had an amazing style. But still, you know, sometimes you want something that is a little bit more fresh and modern. And finally, the only new items on my list are a pair of white loafers from Tod's. Now I cannot show them to you because this is a custom order, so I don't have them yet, but I will put a picture of what they will look like once they will be here. And I will also do an entire video on them once I receive them, because I think that the custom order, it is quite interesting. It could be useful for you to know. If you are already thinking of investing that much on a pair of loafers, then you might as well have the exact pair that you want. So the reason why I wanted this one specifically is that I needed a pair of shoes that was super comfortable, a daily shoe, and that wasn't a pair of sneakers. I wanted something that was a little bit more elegant and refined. Now, on to the part that we were all looking for, so the prices. I took my notes because, let's be realistic, I barely remember my own birthday. There is no chance in hell that I will remember all of these numbers by heart. So these shirts are still retailing now in the shop, so you can still find them for 169 euros each. And I paid 45 euros for the pink one and 35 euros for the baby blue one. And the vintage prices are included of shipping and insurance. When it comes to the Lily silk blouse, again, this is still retailing for 189 euros and I paid 80. When it comes to the vest, that is a little bit tricky because that's actually vintage and I didn't find anything that was exactly the same, but any sort of knitted top that was even remotely similar was retailing anywhere between 150 and 200, while I paid 40 euros. And the earrings are retailing for 89 euros before shipping and custom, and I paid 30. Pretty good, if you ask me. And finally, when it comes to the Tod's, that's technically a gift, so I didn't pay for them. From what I remember, again, I didn't pay for them, but they were around about 650. And for your information, you can find them quite easily on Vinted, actually. A very, very good pair around on average retails for 150, which is still quite pricey, but a lot less than the original price. But you can very easily find them for 30-40 euros if you are okay with buying a more buttered shoes. Just make sure that the insole is still in pristine condition. That's the one thing you really need to check for. Now I'm curious to see how much I saved and spent in total, so let me calculate that. So in total, without the Tod's, because again technically I didn't pay for them, but it would have been 766 euros. And I paid 230. So yes, it is still pricey, but I still spent less than half of what I would have spent in shop. Also, personally, I do like buy investment. So even if I buy secondhand, I always try to find things that are very good quality and that are still in pristine condition. I always filter for new with tags or without tags. So that means that I am going to spend a little bit more. But you can find a lot of these items for a lot less if you are okay with having items that are, let's say, in good or fair condition, so that have some imperfection. And that was it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. This would really, really help my channel grow. I would so appreciate it. So thank you very much if you do. Thank you anyway if you don't. And until the next time, bye.